Welcome back to part 2 of 31 West, and alongside me, or virtually so, our resident soap expert, Chris Stacey. Welcome along, Chris.
Hi, Simon.
Looking more colourful than ever, if I may say so.
Thank you very much.
Great stuff. Let's get straight on because time is short today.
Indeed,
What's been happening on the soaps? Firstly, Coronation Street.
Well, I mean, it's better than ever. It's funny at the moment. There's not so much drama in it. Jack's just bought a new bike, and no, he's not gone off with Dulcie Foggett again. And Vera's got very upset, and it was quite sad when Rita was going through her things, and she found that biscuit tin. Do you remember the biscuit tin where Alan nicked the papers? And that's one to throw out, and I just thought very, very sad there.
And Ken and Deirdre?
Ken and Deirdre, well, Deirdre's about to have an affair, and believe me, she is about to have an affair.
Really?
Yes. With the painter and decorator. So, one to watch there, I think.
Getting quite torrid on the street. What about EastEnders?
Well, Simon, what can I say? Believe it or not, viewers, we've got an EastEnders star in our midst. Simon Potter is on Diane's wall.
That's right. I'm on her wall.
He's a pin-up boy.
No wonder she left home, folks.
No, seriously. There's been repercussions after Frank smashed up the statue, and she saved her head from it. Dot's upset because Nick Cotton's going to leave the square, but Dot will never learn, will she? She's given Nick the key, so he's going to stay now.
There's going to be tears there.
Tears before bedtime.
That's
Simon.
right. On to Emmerdale very quickly. You've been up there recently, haven't you?
I have. Freezing cold, I might add. It's nice to get back into the studio. I'm never going to complain about it again, being so hot. But
was it good?
Yes, it was, and I've got lots of stories, and I'll be telling those over the next few weeks. But Emmerdale, you know, Cassie's about to be homeless, and that comes off. She is actually homeless and out on the street, so...
A lot more social realism in the soaps these days, it seems to me.
There is, yes. Brookside's being very social at the moment. They've just introduced one more disabled character, Owen's friend, and Chris is about to have an affair.
Ooh.
And in a couple of weeks' time, she shares her first screen kiss with a Dr. Joe. So I remember him from Follyfoot, actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
How do you know all this stuff? How do you know about all these romances? I reckon he's a bit of a peeping Tom on the
I
choir.
am indeed.
Finally, we've got Dallas, very quickly.
Dallas, yeah. Well, have you noticed with Dallas, they change the music every week?
They do, don't they? Different mixes.
Yeah, and it's different tones, isn't it? It's really bugging me. I'm more interested in that. I keep rewinding to see which one it is this week. But Cliff Barnes, you know, is turning out to be a good guy. And as I revealed exclusively last week, the Pammy lookalike turned up. And there's going to be a few goings on there.
Is there?
I think they're trying her out to see if actually they can bring back Pam.
All right, that's
So-
interesting.
But will it end in tears?
It will. It will, believe me.
Always does, according to you, doesn't it?
Well, it does, because it's always said in soaps, as Guy will vouch, wouldn't you, Guy?
Absolutely. Thanks very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
And you're back on Easter Monday, of course, with a special Easter quiz.
Yeah, a special telly quiz.
On the Galaxy Channel tonight at 7 o'clock, you can see Murphy Brown, the enormously popular American sitcom, about a television news programme. Candice Bergen plays the anchorwoman, Murphy Brown, and our reporter, Irene Levin, went to the studios to talk to the men in Murphy's life. Now, tomorrow we'll be meeting the star of Murphy Brown, that's Candice Bergen, and I'm reliably informed that the show is very, very good, isn't it, Chris?
True, it is. I've seen it before. It's very good.
Comes recommended then.
Does, highly.
And talking of Chris, you're dying to ask a question here to our guest of the day, that's Guy.
I am
aren't you?
indeed. Guy,
Yes.
what is it like to kiss two of the most beautiful women on Neighbours? And I am, of course, talking about Madge and Mrs Mangle. No, seriously. Bronwyn and Jane, I mean, you've kissed both of them on screen. What's it like?
Well, I mean, it's okay. You know, I get a lot of people asking me what it's like.
How do you describe it, though?
Yeah, how do I describe it? I've never really thought about it. Do you want points out of 10?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, I'd say 8 out of 10 for Jane and 7.5 out of 10 for Bronwyn. We'll leave it at that.
Don't mind Chris, Guy, he's a bit of a pervert. Why did you decide to leave the series?
Well, I've been there, I mean, it was like nearly 4 years altogether, and I'd done a film called Heaven Tonight, and I was just sort of starting to get a bit tired of the same sort of thing all the time, you know, so I just felt as if my time was up, and other things were coming up for me, so I thought, oh yeah, I'll slip out of the show.
And we touched upon this new film of yours called Flynn, about the life of Errol Flynn. Now, of course, he was a bit of a womaniser in his time, so how did you research the role? Careful, because your girlfriend's in the corner.
Well, I did a lot of reading about Errol Flynn and all that sort of stuff. Watched a lot of his films. Yes, I believe he was a bit of a womaniser, but we touch a bit upon that. We've done most of the film, and actually the Americans have seen what we've done, and they want it to be a little hotter. So I'm waiting to go back and see the new scripts. But yeah, it's a fairly adventurous sort of film, really.
A swashbuckling type as well. I mean, was it, or has it proved to be, a very active role for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to know what swashbuckling means.
Well, wielding a sword and going up and down stairs and swinging on
People
ropes and
say
all that sort of
swashbuckling to me all the time, and I never know what it means. I presume it means active sort of
thing.
stuff.
You found me out because I don't know either. Yeah, it sounds
Swords,
good,
isn't it? It's with swords.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Mm.
Ah, well, there you go.
But it's a very active role.
It is, yeah. There's lots of leaping off roofs and through windows and all that sort of stuff. Lots of fun, yeah.
And there's another film about to hit our screen sometime soon, which you've already made, isn't there?
Yes, Heaven Tonight. I play a young rock singer, so that should be out June-ish here on the big screen. So go and see it.
Great.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Have you found the transition to films quite difficult to make from the soap opera?
No, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I was actually really quite nervous before I did Heaven Tonight. But all I basically had to do was prepare myself to slow down because Neighbours is so fast. You know, we're sort of shooting 2.5 hours of television a week, and you film, you know, an hour and a half of a movie in about 4 months, you know, so there's a big difference, but it wasn't too bad.
Mm. And very, very briefly, I just want to hit you on the music once again. You're not going to team up with Stock Aitken and Waterman, are you?
No, I try and try, but they just won't take me. It just annoys me so much.
Who are you working with?
I'm working with Judy Zook and
great.
a couple of her producers.
And when are we going to see the results of your endeavours there?
Well, I'd say probably around about the end of summer.
All right, well, we wish you luck with absolutely everything.
I must just ask, are you going to be in Panto again this year?
I don't know.
How did you end up being in Panto?
Well, this company asked every Neighbours cast member if they wanted to do a panto somewhere in England, and I said yes. And imagine Harold or Ian and Anne did.
Preston nice, yes or no?
And Preston was okay, yeah.
Good, okay, thanks for joining us.
Oh,
right.
yes, it is. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow on 31 West, we're joined by the 1989 winner of Opportunity Knocks, the very talented Brenda Cochrane, who since winning the series has been signed up by a record company and has a video about to hit the shops too. So that's about your lot for today.
Yeah, look forward to Brenda tomorrow.
Brenda tomorrow,
And
yes.
look forward indeed to hearing your album. What
Well,
sort of
yes.
music is it, just very quickly?
Well, it's a mixture of all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's difficult to say, really.
So we'll have to buy it to find out,
Yeah.
no doubt.
We will. That's your lot then from us. Be sure to join us tomorrow for some more 31 West.
See you
Bye-bye.
then.
Bye.